Carlock, and I'm a junior theater major here at Millsaps.
I'm Kate Lawrence. I'm a theater major and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Mark Quattlebaum, visiting assistant professor of theater, design, and technical.
I'm Anne Marie Music, and I'm a senior here at Millsaps from Lafayette, Louisiana.
What do you think the Christian Center is haunted by?
Frank.
His name was Frank.
There's a ghost of Frank.
He's sort of like a Christian Center legend.
And really had a big connection to the Millsaps Theater Department.
And so we like to think that he hangs around and kind of guards over the Christian Center auditorium.
There are 3 stories how he died. He was in a dressing room, and him and his partner were engaging in sexual games. He inadvertently got strangled to death and then was found later. Or the second story is that he was murdered here in the theater. And then the third story is that there used to be houses over by where Goodman is, and the story is he was murdered in his home.
Do you have any experiences with Frank?
And it was Kate Lawrence and myself.
Late at night when we're in here working.
Backstage. There's the general stage, and then there are the backstage wings. And we've recently built a section behind the stage. And it's 2 stories. So the first story is where we keep furniture, tools, and costumes. And the second story is like our prop warehouse. And we were getting ready to leave for the night. So we were going to put our tools away in the tool part of that 2-story section behind the stage. And as we were putting our tools away, from overhead, we heard like running. So we knew nobody was there. Things started falling behind her, and not like small things like a trash can tipped over. This sounded like the whole building was caving in.
A painting fell while we were leaving, which was really weird because neither of us were close to it when it fell. And the second, last night we were putting some stuff up and we went in to close everything out, and every time that we walked we would hear something, and so like we would stop and we wouldn't hear it, and then we'd walk and it was like somebody was out on the dock like pulling the screen or something. It was really weird. So.
Likes to terrorize my students. I tend to think they're making it up for attention or for project extensions.
What do you think of Mandy Carlock's story of Frank moving stuff around in the tool room?
It's the air vent. That air vent makes a noise. It's this expandable piece of plastic that when it fills up with air makes a really loud noise and actually looks like an animal is running through it. The first time Professor Jeannie Marie Brown heard it, she ran screaming from the warehouse. So I imagine that, if you're alone in the dark space, it is really creepy when you reach around 1 in the morning.
My freshman year, at the end of my freshman year, we were doing a play called The Runner Stumbles. And I had a part that was only in the 2nd act. And so before that, I got to just kind of hang around in my costume waiting to go on. And it used to be that in the hallway, there was a sofa by the entrance where people could hang out by the green room waiting to go on. And so I was hanging out there this one night during a performance. There was an audience there and everything. And a friend of mine who was teching stage left and has the reputation of being kind of susceptible to feeling things, started texting me saying that Frank was really freaking her out on stage left, saying that he was opening the fire door and she kept going up to close it and it kept reopening after she would close it. And so a good time goes by, and all of a sudden I get this really weird feeling. I'm sitting on the sofa and I feel like there's somebody standing right there next to me. I'm at the end of the sofa and it feels like, it feels as if you were standing right there, like a real person. And I start getting really like, and I look over and there's nobody there. And it doesn't feel like far away. It feels like a friend had come and just stood there. And so I pull out my cell phone and start texting my friend saying, I don't want to ask her a leading question. So I say, hey, is Frank still bothering you? She says, no, actually, I don't know where he went, but he's not here with me. And I said, okay, well, I think I know where he is.
What did it feel like?
I mean, it wasn't like creepy. It wasn't pinpricks or anything like that. It just felt like as if anybody, like a real person, a live person with a body, had walked up to you. You kind of just have that awareness that there's something in that space. I had a friend who you probably haven't talked to because he graduated my freshman year, but assistant stage managing a show. And he was here one night, I think around midnight or 1 o'clock. And everybody else had gone because they couldn't, rehearsal was over, but he and the stage manager couldn't find the keys to lock up. So they were walking around, just searching everywhere. And it ended up that he and the stage manager were on opposite sides of the stage, searching. No idea where these keys are. Somebody had them at some point in the evening, but they don't know where they are now. And they're on opposite sides of the stage, looking at each other, about to give up, just go home. And the keys fall from the ceiling, from the fly loft.
The keys fell from way up in the grid, which, if you don't know what a grid is, there's the fly system that's above the stage, and then above the fly system is another length of stage, so from the floor to the top of the stage. And then from above the fly system, there's another top of the stage.
Any other professors or students that have had interactions with him?
Yeah, Professor Brown said that she was in here one time and it was spring break and nobody was here and it was late at night and she saw somebody, it looked like a hobo figure almost, like crouched down outside of the theater, and she said she just saw it and kept walking and then turned around and it was gone.
Don't come to the Christian Center at night.